Welcome to the Network State Conference. Singapore, let's make some noise. All right, to get started here, I'm going to say network, and you say? Network. 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 Can we give even more? Let's try again. Have a little copy C, and then we'll do it again. Network. 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 Fantastic. So my name is Noah Jessop. I'm going to be your co-host today, making things run smooth. I'm the Chief Investment Officer of a fund called Proof Group. And today, we're just in such an inspiring city and place to be talking about the network state. And so my ask for you today is just make one friend here who you can help in whatever they're building and dreaming. And today, I'd like to welcome a man who needs no introduction, my friend Balaji.
Okay, folks, a few years ago, Network State began as just a book, and we had a conference, and now this one is 2x the size, and next year we're going to do it on the island. It'll be even bigger, and of course, you're all invited. So I'm just going to give some brief opening remarks, and then describe what we're going to see today. We're going to talk about the parallel societies, the physical societies popping up all over the world, the parallel institutions, which are the digital complements to those physical societies, and then also the global context as to why this is all important. And then finally, I'll wrap it up with a closing address. You're also going to hear today from the founder of Ethereum, the founder of Coinbase, the founder of Solana, the founder of AngelList, Brian Johnson of Don't Die, and many, many other luminaries, including some special guests that are really famous in various places. So, opening remarks, theory, practice, conference. I'll be brief. Theory. So some of you have seen this slide before, but I'll reiterate it for those who have never heard the concept of the network state. Are new countries even possible? We know that we can found new companies like Google out of a garage, and new communities, the 3 billion person community that is Facebook, started out of a dorm room. We know we can start new currencies like Bitcoin from a white paper, but can we start new countries similarly? That's the next step. That's what taking the internet seriously means. I wrote a book on this idea, you might have heard of it. It's available for free online at thenetworkstate.com, working on V2, hardcover, and all this stuff. And here's a visual of the concept. So if Bitcoin is a decentralized currency, the network state is a decentralized country. It is something where the people have their hearts in one place, but they're spread out all over the world. And here's a path to how we get there from 1 to 1 million, how one of you could found a network state. You start as, for example, an engineer in Tokyo. You recruit people online. You start gathering territory. People are just LARPing at this point in their rooms. And eventually, you start to have a larger community of maybe under 100-something people. Maybe it's a large Discord group or something like that. Now you've got about 1,000-something people, and actually 1,000 people doing something in the physical world is a lot bigger than you think. This is about 2,000 people. It's actually a pretty big number. So once you're at this level, you've actually probably got escape velocity. You've actually got a value proposition. People are coming back to your community. And crucially, there's nodes all around the world. They don't have to be in one place. This is what allows you to use the internet to scale. You're in one place online in the same WhatsApp group, the same Discord. Then you get to 17,000, 172,000, and eventually 1.729 million people, and that's actually on par with legacy nation states. That would make you somewhere between Bahrain and Latvia, one of the UN-listed countries. Crucially, you don't just have a population and income like tech companies do, you also have a real estate footprint, a provable real estate footprint, using all the Oracle and other technology, deep in technology that we've built in crypto. So very cool, but how does that work in practice? So that's the end goal, but what are the steps? So we have a book, we have a conference, and now we have a school. And you can all apply at ns.com apply. And we got, in our first few days, thousands of applications from more than 100 countries around the world. We accept 150 people, but we're scaling the school. So even if you put in like a $10 thing in the paid wait list, that actually is like Elon's Model 3. It shows the demand for me to spend the capital to build out the real estate to scale the school for all of you. So you can go to ns.com apply and check that out. And in many ways, you can think of today's conference as an annual event organized by the students and faculty of the network school. And our conference has 3 parts, as I mentioned: parallel societies, parallel institutions in the global context. It's really about building up the parallel establishment, with you being some of the earliest members of that. And what exactly is the parallel establishment? I'll give you one figure, and then I'll leave it to the speakers. What is a parallel establishment? So we have these physical parallel societies that are popping up around the world, like Prospera and Vitalia in Honduras, like Zuzulu, which is in several places, but there's in Montenegro, there's something in Singapore, there's something in Turkey. There's Cul-de-sac, which is in Arizona, and there's Edge Esmeralda, who you're going to hear from soon, which was in Northern California. And each of these have taken like an aspect of technology that was purely digital before and sort of manifested it in the physical world. In the same way that you take this digital concept of AI and you manifest it in the form of drones and humanoids and self-driving cars, we take this digital concept of crypto innovation or digital innovation, we manifest it into the physical world. And so, for example, Vitalia and Prospera took all this theory about advanced biomedicine and actually found a jurisdiction, built a jurisdiction where you could actually do human self-improvement. You'll hear from one of the first human self-engineered people in the world who became really jacked as a consequence of that. Then, and Bezos started following him because he's getting to the next level and beyond where Bezos is. Zuzulu is parallel finance, based on Ethereum. Cul-de-sac is parallel transportation because they've built a walkable community. And Edge Esmeralda is rethinking what like a community and culture even is. And the cool thing is that once one of these innovations works, your first product, your first moral innovation works, well then it can be adopted. If the innovations work, they get ported over. Okay, so this is the one table to keep in mind. We can have these small physical communities, they can take some thesis on the world, you have some critique of the world, and you actually have a constructive critique because you actually build things and you prove that people want that better walkable community, they want that biotech innovation zone. And once you prove in this example that they want parallel finance, they want Ethereum, then that can spread out to other communities. And of course, this only works if people are sharing ideas. And that's the purpose of this conference. So you're going to hear from all the pioneers and all the parallel societies around the world on what they're doing and why they're doing it. And everybody can learn from each other and grow stronger because we're a positive sum people. And so without further ado, let's hear from the parallel societies, starting with Janine Ledger of Edge City.